Welcome to Thought for the Week. I hope you're having a lovely week so far and that you've had a good time since I saw you last week. I'm going to talk about the simple pleasures in life. What are simple pleasures? I would consider simple pleasures to be things which you can do and you can have and you can feel without actually spending loads of money. So reconnecting with nature, maybe the kind of flush and flutter of love, passion, and that kind of thing when you have a partner, and friendship and laughter, and going on a lovely country walk, or going and having a coffee, sitting outside with the sunshine on your face, chatting to a friend on the phone and having a good giggle and a good laugh. Having a cry and a reminisce, and actually remembering the pleasures and the times that you had, perhaps when you were younger, perhaps when you had a different partner, or when the children were little, and you remember back to, certainly I remember back to how overwhelmed I felt when I had my 3 children when they're all very little, and now I really reminisce back and think those were the really good times. Those were when we had those lovely, simple pleasures where we'd all sit round, have movie night when they were all little, had their bars, and they came downstairs and they were allowed to watch something on telly with me. Dad was away a lot working, so those were really lovely times. And I'd always make on a Friday something that they really liked, like, I don't know, barbecued ribs or something with French fries and sweet corn and salad and stuff, and they used to love that. And it was a real kind of treat because, they just really enjoyed it. And we would have movie night where we'd have macaroni cheese, and I'd invite my friends over. In fact, Pandora, my best friend, always used to come. She was brilliant. She always used to come, and she used to stop off at the supermarket on the way. And if they had flowers that were reduced, whatever they were, any flowers, if they were reduced, she would buy them, and she would come and she would arrange them in a vase and or in a jug or something. And it was so sweet because she was always, she hated waste. So she would always pick up things that were reduced for dessert, or, like I said, the flowers. And those are real simple pleasures. And I really remember that. I'm very, very allergic. I'm hyper allergic, anaphylactic actually, to daffodil slime, the slime on daffodils. But I love daffodils. And she always used to forget that I was allergic to daffodils. So she used to come with these half-price daffodils. And they're already very cheap anyway. They're all like £1 a bunch or something. So she'd come with these kind of like 50p daffodil bunches, which I couldn't go anywhere near. And I'd say, "Oh, Pandy, I can't... I can't have the daffodils on the table. They have to go somewhere away from where I'm going to be, on the windowsill." And she'd do the whole thing. She'd arrange them all in a lovely jug or something, and they'd go on the windowsill from the furthest point to where I would actually ever be in the house. But I would walk past them, and every day as they opened up and they got sort of yellower and more sort of sunshine, kind of acrid yellow, they used to bring me so much joy, even though they could kill me. I mean, literally. But I absolutely love them. And those are simple pleasures, aren't they? The joy of something like a very simple daffodil, and the memories of my lovely, lovely friend who gave them to me, who's sadly no longer with us. And all the half-price food that she used to bring for the kids, and lollies, ice lollies and ice cream and stuff. It was really sweet. So those sort of simple pleasures. And I look back now and I think, gosh, now I'm old and I'm grey, and those were the days. And no one really tells you that when you're younger, do they? I remember my dad saying to me, I was in the garden, and I think I was running around in the garden. I must have been about 10 or 11. And I was running around in the garden, and I was playing with my brother, and we were playing badminton. We always used to put the badminton net up in the summer. And we just used to spend hours playing badminton or French cricket or croquet with our friends, frisbee, whatever we would do. We would on our bikes and things. And none of that stuff cost money. It was all stuff that we used to do. We were outside the whole time, and we were never allowed to watch television during the day. And those are really happy memories, and those were very simple pleasures, and very heartfelt and very fond memories I have of those days that we used to do that. Until my brother, who was 3 years younger than me, was super fast on his bike. He had a very fast bicycle, and we were going down this hill. Luckily, it was a cul-de-sac. We were going down this hill around the bend, and he went sort of head over heels on his handlebars and fell head first over the front of his bicycle and completely scraped all of his mouth and chin, which wasn't very good. That wasn't a very simple pleasure. But yeah, there's something lovely. I mean, there are so many things that I have done in my life, from sitting in Venezuela on the side of what must have been, it was quite a small quarry, and they had these sort of stone steps that went into this crystal clear, not very deep water. It was more like a kind of Turkish bath kind of size. It was not very big. But in the water, all these tiny little fish, the ones that eat your dead skin. And the water was crystal clear, and it was on this kind of ranch in Venezuela. And we just put our feet in this water, and it was just crystal clear, the sun glimmering through the trees onto the stone of this beautiful kind of pool, like a quarry type of a natural pool thing, and these little fish tickling my feet. Now that was a real simple pleasure. And you look back on life and you think that was how many people have been to Venezuela and done that? Not very many people. And it was really wonderful. And there are so many things in life that are wonderful and that are very, very, very easy to enjoy if you allow yourself and let yourself enjoy them. And they are the true simple pleasures of life. Like I said, the kids, the children when they were little, the children now as they're adults. My dog, even when he vomited up his breakfast this morning and then decided he wanted to eat it back up again. That was nice. Simple pleasure for him. It saved me cleaning it up, so that was okay. But yeah, just there's things in life that are just so, just make life worth living, really. Not the dog bit just now, but all the other stuff. And I just think how fortunate we are. So I want you to go ahead this week and go forward this week and just think about those and savor those simple pleasures in your life. Maybe just think about them at the end of each day. Before you go to sleep, think about, what one thing happened today, one thing which rises above all the other things, which was just a wonderful, simple pleasure. Was it watching a lovey-dovey couple in the park holding hands and being all cutesy together? Was it a delicious vanilla ice cream that you took the first mouthful of and thought, oh, this is just the best thing ever? I don't even actually particularly like ice cream, but is it watching geese swooping down and landing on a lake, or swans with their cygnets? Simple, simple pleasures. Those of you who are in Australia watching sort of little kangaroos and all the marsupials with their little babies in their pouches and things. Joeys, I think they're called, aren't they, the babies? But yeah, and today I had to go up to London and had to pick up some artwork from a big exhibition, and I went to the cafe there, and I had my dog with me, and my daughter was with me. It was an exhibition that she put on earlier this year. And as I was ordering the coffee, they were talking to me about the dog, and the guy behind the barrister, the guy behind the cafe, the counter, was telling me that he's got a miniature ferret. A miniature ferret. He showed me a picture of it. It's literally the size of a big matchbox. So small. A miniature ferret. Didn't even know they existed. But he said that's his simple pleasure. That brings him so much joy. And I thought, how sweet is that? And seeing that little tiny miniature ferret on his phone, and he showed me a photograph of it. So sweet. So it's those things, isn't it? The simple pleasures in life. Things that bring us joy. And I think we should be focusing more on that this week. And like I said, at night when you're lying in bed, before you go to sleep, close your eyes and think, what was the one wonderful simple pleasure that I experienced today that I can carry into my dreams with me and carry forward till I wake up in the morning and start a new day and have another simple pleasure. So yeah, what are your simple pleasures? Let me know. I'd love to know. Have a fantastic week, and it's really great to see you. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye.